Hello everyone and welcome to the video lecture on Cayley-Hamilton theorem. This is one of the important topic of the matrices. Through this topic, we shall be able to find out the inverse of a matrix easily, even though we know the various other methods. But you will find this method simpler to get the inverse. As well as with the help of Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we can get the highest power of the matrices using the characteristic equation. So let us see what is Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So it says that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. So for Cayley-Hamilton theorem, what we need? We need square matrix and a characteristic equation. So that square matrix has to satisfy characteristic equation of its own according to Cayley-Hamilton theorem. What are the steps involved? So first we will start with the characteristic equation given by determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0, which can also be written as lambda square minus S1 lambda plus determinant of A is 0, where A is a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay. So S1 over here is sum of diagonal elements of A. Usually we denote diagonal elements by A11, A22. Okay. And this is a determinant of A. Similarly, the characteristic equation can also be written as lambda cube minus S1 lambda square plus S2 lambda minus determinant of A is equal to 0 in case of A as a 3 by 3 matrix, where S1 is a sum of diagonal elements of A, which is A11 plus A22 plus A33. S2 is the sum of minors of diagonal elements of A, which we write as M11 plus M22 plus M33. So like this, one can write the characteristic equation and simplify. Now the second step is, once we get a characteristic equation, replace lambda by A in the left hand side of this equation 1 in case of 2 by 2 matrix, and equation 2 in case of 3 by 3 matrix. Then as per the requirement of the equation obtained in step number 2, find out A square, A cube and so on, and then verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem, as well as make use of these things to get the inverse as well as higher order matrices. So I hope the working rule required for Cayley-Hamilton theorem is clear to you. Now, so based on this, let us see the first example. So it says that verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem for the matrix A and hence find A inverse. So here we have to find out two things. First is a verification of Cayley-Hamilton theorem, and second is to find out inverse using Cayley-Hamilton theorem only. So as we have seen, we will start with characteristic equation. Now this characteristic equation can also be written as lambda cube minus S1 lambda square plus S2 lambda minus determinant of A0. Find out S1, S2 and determinant of A. So S1 is sum of diagonal elements of A. This is A. What are the diagonal elements? 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6. S2 is sum of minors of the diagonal elements of A. So that comes out to be this one. You know very well how to find out the minors of diagonal elements. If you wish to find out this in detail, so go just refer my video lecture on the determinant and the Cramer's rule. You will get as well as the elementary basics of the matrices. You will come across these three things. Okay. Then determinant of A will find out. So after getting S1, S2 and determinant of A, we'll put all the value in equation 1. We get characteristic equation as lambda cube minus 6 lambda square plus 9 lambda minus 4 equal to 0. So this is a characteristic equation. Now let us call it as equation number 2. Now for a verification purpose, what we do, we'll replace lambda by a in the left hand side of this equation. So what we get, a cube minus 6a square plus 9a minus 4 times I on the left hand side. Now so here what we need a cube a square like this. So for a verification, what we need, a square. So let us find a square. So a is given. So a square is a into a. Multiply these two matrices. Then a cube. A cube can be written as a square into a or a into a square. So we have the value of a square as well as a over here. Multiply and simplify. So we have a cube as this resultant matrix. Now, so in the equation 2, left hand side is a cube minus 6a square plus 9a minus 4i. Substitute all the values, that is a cube, a square, a and I. I is an identity matrix of this order equal to that of a. Now simplify this. How to simplify? So we can write this in a one stroke. How to write this? So 22 minus 6 into 6, 36, plus 9 into 2, 18, then minus 4 into 1, minus 4. So we have first element. Let us see second element. Minus 21, then we have minus 6 into minus 5, that is what? Plus 30. So we have minus 21 plus 30. Then plus 9 into minus 1, what is that? Minus 9. So minus 9. Then minus 4 into 0, so 0. So we will not write anything. So this will be element in 1, 2 position, right? Similarly, if suppose we want to simplify element in 3 positions. So these are the 3 positions. So let us simplify. So 22 minus 6 into 6, 36. So we have minus 36 plus 9 into 2, 18. Then minus 4 into 1, minus 4. Like this, you can write this simplified form in a one step. Right. Now see, again simplify this, do the simplifications. So what we get? We get 0. So this is nothing but a 0 matrix or a null matrix, which is same as the right hand side. So what I am getting? A cube minus 6a square plus 9a minus 4i equal to 0. So this is called as a statement obtained after applying Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So therefore, what we have seen, that in a characteristic equation, if we replace lambda by a, so I am getting the right hand side. So therefore, the Cayley-Hamilton theorem is verified. So with this, we are through the first task of this example, that is the verification of Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Now let us move to the next part of this example. So that is to find out A inverse. Okay. Now so for this, again we will make use of the equation obtained after applying Cayley-Hamilton theorem, that is a cube minus 6a square plus 9a minus 4i equal to 0. Now what we will do in order to obtain A inverse? So take lowest order term on one side, whereas remaining term should be shifted on another side. So what I am having? 4i is equal to a cube minus 6a square plus 9i. Now what I need A inverse. So what we do? So here I have to obtain A inverse. So just multiplying by A inverse on both the side. So what we get? So now here multiplying each term, remember in this case we will apply just law of indices. So minus 1 plus 3, that will be 2. Then minus 1 plus 2, that will be plus 1. So minus 6, a power 1. Then 9 as it is, a to the power minus 1 into a. So minus 1 plus 1, 0. A to the power 0 is nothing but I. So like this gets simplified just by applying the law of indices. Remember, a to the power 0 is nothing but I. So we have 4 inverse as a square minus 6a plus 9i. We have the value of a square, a and I. Put in this equation on the right hand side and simplify. So we get the simplified form like this. Now these are the values of 4a inverse. But what I want? A inverse. So just divide by 1 by 4. So this is what is required as a inverse of the matrix. So with the help of Cayley-Hamilton theorem, one can easily get the inverse of a matrix. So what we have to do? We have to take the lowest power term of the characteristic equation obtained after the applying Cayley-Hamilton theorem on one side and remaining term on another side. And according to the requirement, we will have to pre-multiply or multiply by power of a to the power minus 1 or a to the power minus 2 depending upon this. Here I am having I, so I have multiplied by a inverse. If it is a, then we will multiply it by a to the power minus 2 likewise. So let us move on to the next example given. So here in this example, what we are going to discuss that how to express a given polynomial in terms of lowest degree terms, or as well as how to find out the a inverse. So characteristic equation is given. Remember here the verification of Cayley-Hamilton theorem is not asked, so we can directly apply the Cayley-Hamilton theorem as A is a square matrix, so it should satisfy its characteristic equation. So we will start with characteristic equation. Simplify the way I have discussed in the previous slides. Find out S1 determinant, put in the equation 1. So S1 is sum of diagonal elements of A, which comes out to be 4. Determinant over here is, after simplification, 1 into 3, then minus 4 into 2, that is 1 minus 3 minus 8, which is minus 5. Substitute in equation 1, we get characteristic equation. Now, so therefore according to Cayley-Hamilton theorem, what we do? We will replace lambda by a, and this constant term over here is written as constant term times I. Okay, so what we have? A square minus 4a minus 5i equal to 0. Now, so let us concentrate on reduction of the given polynomial into lowest degree polynomials. So this is the expression given. We have to express this as a linear polynomial in A. So what we do? So we need to do some rough work, right? So consider this polynomial. Now, then what is a square minus 4a minus 5i? This is nothing but what we have obtained on the left hand side after applying Cayley-Hamilton theorem. That is the left hand side of this equation number 3. Okay, this we will consider as a divisor. Okay, so divide this polynomial by a square minus 4a minus 5i. Now, here the highest power of a is power 5, whereas here the power is what? 2. So, we have to obtain a to the power 5 using a square. So, what we do? We just have to multiply by a cube. So, multiply by a cube into this, multiply. So, I have written here a cube into this divisor. Now, expand this. So what we will get? A cube into a square, a power 5, then a cube minus 4a. So minus 4 as it is, a cube into a is a to the power 4. Then minus 5 as it is, I into a cube is a cube. Okay, then subtract. So there will be change in sign. This gets cancelled. Now here what is left? Minus 7, then plus 5. Minus 7 plus 5. How much? Minus 2 a cube, and remaining as it is, that is 11a square minus a minus 10i. Okay, now see this remainder. Now the degree of remainder is more than this divisor, so still we have to simplify this. So I have to obtain from a square minus 2a cube. So what we do? We will multiply by minus 2a. Okay, so I have written minus 2a, again this divisor as it is. Then simplify this, open the bracket. So what we get? Minus 2a into a square minus 2a cube, then minus minus plus 2 into 4, 8, a into a square, then minus minus again plus 10, a into a. So we have this one, right? Again simplify, change in sign, this gets cancelled, plus 11 and minus 8. So that is what? Plus 3. Then minus a minus 10. So minus 11a. Minus 10i as it is. Again what we find? This is the resultant remainder. but here it should have a degree less than the divisor, right? Degree of this remainder should be less than this divisor. So I have to again reduce this, right? So I have to obtain 3a square from a square. So we will multiply with what? Plus 3i. Okay, a square is already there, so I need to multiply with 3, but I cannot write 3 because all these terms are nothing but a matrices. So I have to make this as also a matrix. So I'll write 3i now. So I'll write plus 3i into this divisor over here. Okay, expand this. So what I am getting? 3i into a square is 3a square. Then minus 4 into 3 is minus 12 into a. So minus 12a. Then minus 5 into 3 minus 15 into I. Into I is I. Again simplify. So what we find here? 3a square will get cancelled. Minus 11 plus 12 is plus a. Then minus 10 plus 15 is plus 5i. Now what we find here? The degree of remainder is less than the divisor. It means the process is complete. So we will write this simply over here. So plus a plus 5i. Okay. So process is complete. Reduction is complete. Now according to equation number 2, the value of this bracket term a square minus 4a minus 5i is nothing but 0. So all this 0. And any matrix multiplied by a 0 matrix will reduce to 0. So all these first 3 terms vanishes and we are left with a plus 5i. So therefore the value of this polynomial is nothing but a plus 5i, which is a linear polynomial in A. So with this, the first part of this example is over. Now next part. Next part is to find out A inverse. So again, as I said, from the equation 2. So what is equation 2? This one, right? So we will consider this equation 3. So we will consider equation number 3. Right. So from equation 3 we will take lowest power term on one side. So that is 5i is equal to a square minus 4a. I need A inverse on the left hand side. So we will multiply by A inverse on both the side. Now A inverse into a square will be a power 1. A inverse into a will be a power 0, that is I. So we have this. So A inverse will be 1 by 5 times a minus 4i. I'll substitute the value of 4a as well as I over here. Simplify. So you will get A inverse as 1 by 5 times minus 3, 4, 2, minus 1. Like this we can find out the inverse of the matrix. So I hope through this video lecture the concept of evaluation of a inverse of a matrix by using Cayley-Hamilton theorem must be clear to you, as well as you have understood the concept of lowering the power of the matrix by using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. In the next video lecture we will see the verification as well as inverse and the evaluation of power of matrix for a 3 by 3 matrix. So till then, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you for watching the video.